In this video, I'm going to go over how to calculate the range in Google Sheets. And this is a little bit tricky compared to mean, median, and mode. So this is a great problem-solving activity. Hopefully, if you were presented with a problem like this, you could figure out the answer on your own. Here's how I figured it out. So a little bit of metacognition, or the process that I went through, the thought process that I went through in order to figure this out. So first, I clicked in cell Q2, column Q, row 2, and I tried typing in equals and range. And what I found out is there is no equals range in Google Sheets. So what we need to do is we need to figure out our own formula to use for this problem. So to do that, the first thing I did was go to a new tab and I typed in calculating the range in Google Sheets and enter. And let's see what comes up. Okay, so I scroll down, see a couple videos here that we could take a look at, but 3 minutes, 5, 8, well, let's look down here. So I found this website. So I'm going to right click and open that in a new tab just in case I need to look at others. But let's quickly look here. So when I get to a website like this on forums, I typically find that a lot of times the answer may be right at the top or right at the bottom. So here's the first post, and then here's an answer with a check mark by it, and here's the answer that I actually like the best. The last one said, I solved it with this formula. So as I look at this, I'm thinking, if they solved it with this formula, maybe it'll work for me. So I'm going to copy that formula, Control C, and I'm going to come back to my flight data and Control V. And I click on enter, and I get a range of 1,143.95. And right away, I'm like, didn't work for me because I can see from my flight 1 through 10 of this row, my highest was 26, and my lowest flight, it looks like, was 16. So I'm thinking 26 minus 16, 10, right? A range of 10. Well, why didn't I come up with 10? Well, let's double click and look in here. And as you do that, you'll see that, okay, so we have equals max of A5. Wait a minute. Why is it A5? What's A5? As we come down, A5 is a date. We don't want A5. We want D2. So let's substitute D2 for A5. Then I'm like, A300? Well, A300, I don't even have an A300 for one thing, but I know if I did, it would be a timestamp. So we need to substitute our second value to be M2, column M and row 2. So we're going to put M2 here. And now our data still is not right. If you look at it, now we got a date. What's going on here? So let's double click on that and look at it again. Oh, we still have this formula A5, A300. So rather than retyping out D2 and M2, I'm just going to highlight it, press Control C, and then you could also right click and copy, I suppose. But then I'm going to come over here to the min, and we're going to right click and paste, or I prefer to Control V. And just like that, I press the enter key, and now I have 13 for my range. So is 13 correct? Well, let's see here. I thought 26 was the highest, but look, 29 is the highest. So 29 minus 16 is indeed 13. So that is the correct range for this row. So I'm going to click on that value, and I'm going to, well, I'm not going to click on that value. Click on the cell, and I'm going to left click on the little square in the lower right hand corner and just drag it all the way down to the bottom. And that is how I calculated range.